Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maria and I'm so thankful that you came back to tune in. So we're going to get straight into it because I don't like to do all those long intros, and if I know that I tune people out, I know for sure you'll tune people out. So let's get into it. So the title of this one is why yes, I did want to get a divorce my first year marriage, and I'm gonna explain to you why. I had no prior knowledge to marriage. I've never seen marriage done properly. I've never seen people that did things the way God said to. And so when getting into my marriage, the first year, I never stayed with another man. He was the first man I lived with. He was the first man for a lot of things that I've never experienced. So everything was a learning journey for me. At the time, we were 21 when we got married. And so during this process, we were still young. We were still learning. We were still in the we were still in our, I'll say, young stage of our lives. We're still thinking that we have options, you know, and not realizing that we cannot carry into our marriage the things that we did in our singleness, because now we have established covenant with God. And so everything that we did before God, we had to stop all of that. I'm not saying that infidelity was taking place. No one was cheating. No one was going out partying and just doing things that wasn't pleasing to one another. Because I'm pretty sure if any of that would have taken place, we probably would have been divorced. But none of that, to my knowledge, have taken place. But I came from a different background. He was taught a different way. He was taught to do one thing, I was taught to do another. And at this point in my life, I was really in my word. I was really serving God. I was really going to church. I was praise dancing. I was tithing. So I was just buckled down. I was buckled down. And my husband was still like, hey, my mom, she made us go to church most of our life. Excuse me, y'all. I think I need to wipe my nose. Hold on. Yeah, like I said, I'm sick, y'all. So excuse me. I'm not cutting this out. But anyway, it was like my mom made us go to church, all the time. So I'm just trying to live my life. And in that moment, I couldn't judge him. I had to accept whatever he said and continue to pray and love on him, the way that God says to. Because this is his life also. You can't make someone do anything, but you can still, show love the way God showed it. He said, let your light shine so others may see. So in that moment, it's like he was living a life, I'm living one life. And, now we're married. So yeah, the biggest thing that kept us afloat was friends and family. Now his family didn't know much about what's going on, but my mom, sister, brother, they always knew what was going on in our marriage. It's not like we were just venting. They would just so happen to be there when little things were taking place. And my friends, I did tell them, and they would always say, hey, y'all gonna make it. I'm gonna pray for you. You can do it. You got it. They was always saying uplifting things. And that was encouraging my faith. That was encouraging what I believed in. That was very helpful to me. When those points where I wanted to break down, give up, leave, they were always encouraging me. Same thing for my family, my sister, my brother. They were always encouraging my marriage. They was never saying, hey, you deserve better. They were never saying, leave him, or come on, let's go out. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. Let's go drink. They were never doing that. So my husband never experienced none of that from my friends or my family, and that played a great big part in my marriage. Having people who are there genuinely to see you do good, to see you succeed, and help you carry out the plan that God has set before you plays a big part in your life. Even though the people that was around me were in their singleness, the fact that they believed on my behalf when I couldn't believe was a major yes for me. Hold on, y'all. Gotta wipe my nose in. So Yes. And I'm very grateful for that. But we were having communication issues. You know, we experienced a miscarriage together. Um, it was like we had a miscarriage, and then I would say like 2 or 3 months later, we found out I was pregnant because I became really sick. And in that moment during my pregnancy, I was experiencing something different during this birth. You know, my first child, my experience went smoother. This one took me down, like it took me down, like down, to the point where I didn't want my husband touching me. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do that. So that kind of made him feel, you know, like I didn't love him or I didn't want to be with him, you know, things like that. And I had to, you know, try to explain to him, you know, hey, that's not what that is. You know, I was just pregnant. You know, these are the symptoms that I was having. It was not that I didn't love or like you. It was just in that present moment, this were the things that I was feeling. And so communicating and understanding where we were mentally played a big factor. You know, I'm not sure, and I'm still not sure how his family think process work, but the more that, you know, the longer that we're staying married and now we have kids together, I'm seeing my youngest one react just like his father. And I was like, oh, okay, you know, I understand a little bit more of what my husband is experiencing or what he sings and what makes him tick, because I'm seeing it through our child. And so yes, the beginning of our first marriage was kind of hard. Before marriage, we were good. We were okay. Hold on, y'all. We were good. We were okay. A lot of people thought during our wedding reception that I was pregnant and that's why we got married. That was not the case. That was never the case. We were not having sex before we got married. I wasn't pregnant, all kind of crazy stuff, you know, that we was hearing or experiencing during our, you know, our first years of marriage. It has been rocky. You know, I'm not saying that we got the crazy end, but God has taught us so much about sacrificing and praying for one another and loving on one another and being there for one another and forgiving one another. Like, marriage is the ultimate sacrifice that you have to make every day, and it will shape you into being the person God has made you to be. Marriage will show you that I got to shave off all this negativity. I got to shave off all this unforgiveness. I have to shave off parts of me that is maybe triggering my spouse in a way, even though I might like to do something, but hey, let me sacrifice because I love them and I want to see them do good, and I want to see them to succeed, and vice versa. Both of you have to be on one accord, and both of you must put God first in order to see the results that you want to see. If you're seeking worldly advice, you're going to get worldly results. Hold on. You're going to get worldly results. I mean, there's no way around it. If you want to see the results you want to see in your marriage, you must put God first. You must be able to learn how to pray for your spouse, even when you don't want to pray. You need to worship. You need to learn how to forgive. You need to learn how to be quick to listen and slow to speak, so that way no one is saying anything that will hurt one another's feelings. You know, marriage is discipline, okay, and you must take it seriously. So again, yes, marriage for us has been but it seems like we're on the other side. We are 10 years in. It'll be 10 years this year. We are 10 years in and we are blessed. So I'm going to pause there. I want you to like, comment, share, hit that bell, subscribe. You know, any questions or concerns you may have, I would love to answer it. And I just want you to be encouraged. I want you to know that you can do it. I want you to get a Bible verse that you and your spouse can quote, and just remember God in your marriage at all times. I hope you enjoy. Y'all have a good day.